Hey, welcome to Games Vitae. My name's J, and today we're doing an unboxing of a game that I've actually had for a while. That is Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. It's part 1. Before we get started, I ask that you please click on the subscribe button down below. That'll really help out the channel and help our videos get viewed by more and more people. Also, if you like this video, please click like. Share it with your friends. Okay, a little story about this game. I got this, maybe a year ago. And yeah, I've got a little bit of a backlog. But I got this prior to getting Wonderland's War. And this was the last of the deluxe versions that would be available. I got it, and I was going to get the expansion that went along with it, but it sold out. So I just got this at the time. So let's get this open and see what deluxeifications we have to share. All right. Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef, that is. There is a second part, a part 2 coming out. Part 1 is a dice mitigation, upgrading, character upgrading, boss battling. Yeah, we're gonna bottle some bass. There's a lot of mechanics going on, a lot of different ways to score points and paths to victory. It caught my attention when I watched some gameplay video, and I just decided, I think this is a game that might find a place in the family playing mode. So I decided to get it. And shrink wrap is off. All right, let's open this up. There's a little bit of a lift on this side, which means maybe some components have kind of shifted down during shipping or something like that, but we'll find out. Maybe that's just how the box fits. There we go. Oh, and here we have a map of the world that this game builds. It's kind of cool. All right. Some little inserts. And here is a sheet on the deluxe upgrades that this game has. I've only mentioned some of them. The standard version of the game came with standees. The deluxe version comes with miniatures. And there's some discs that came with the original game. They were cardboard, and these are plastic. And then the fruits also cardboard versus plastic. So let's move that aside. We've got, let me close this knife. We've got rulebook, and the art is really, in my opinion, very engaging. It helps with the world building. Helps draw you in. It was so much so that in the most recent campaign, the Rise of the Unfolders, which still has not delivered, if I'm not mistaken, the Pledge Manager is actually still out, still open. But in the most recent campaign, they also had a campaign that was coinciding with the campaign for the Part 2. For a role-playing system. So they really wanted to advance the idea of the world building in this. And this looks like an almanac of different cards and the abilities, and probably addresses certain situations that may arise in the game. All right. Okay. Looks like here's the cardboard version of the things that were Deluxe Vitae in this version. Looks like missing a oh, there it is. I was gonna say, it's missing a shell, but it's right here. Stick that back in there for the time being. Or not. There we go. They come out easy, so if I was using the cardboard bits, I like that. Okay, this is an art book that came with the Deluxeification. I'm actually not big on art books that come with Deluxe Vitae or all-in versions. It just doesn't do anything for me. I can understand maybe the prints that come along with it, but I'm not really willing to pay extra for it. So when I got the deluxe version of the game, this came with it. It's just something that came with it. There's no way around it. So it's actually a fairly nice hardbound book. So it's a little bit of the lore as well. So it's stories along with the art, showcases the artists, which is the artist duo that comprises the group called Mr. Cuddington. They do the art for this version and the part 2 as well. I can't remember what else they've done, but their art style is very nice. I like it a lot. One of the game boards. Put that aside. Fluff is probably what was keeping it pushed up. And another game board. Double-sided. Wonder if there's any difference. Have to look into that. A solo mode and a 2-player mode cheat sheet. Put that over there. Another game board. As if you know anything about this game, the playing area is broken up into different boards, indicating different locations in the world of Tidal Blades. Okay, this is stuck in there pretty tight. There we go. Maybe it's just how you lift it out. Looks like there's a little notch in that kept it that way. Another game board. That one's not double-sided. Let's see how many of these are double-sided so far. Not double-sided. Double-sided. And not double-sided. So that's the only one that's double-sided. So I'm interested in finding out why that one is and the others aren't. Another part of the game board. So I'm not putting these down in the way it's supposed to be in the game. I'm just kind of putting them down so maybe you'd see them. Some of them obviously aren't on the camera right now. More game board stuff. And more packing. Okay, oh, these come pre-assembled. That's good. These are the player boards. And you can upgrade your players as you go along, upgrading dice as well. But as you upgrade their different attributes, you can gain more perks. So there's Cayman, I believe, Echo, Axel, and Dust. 4 of the 5 playable characters if you have the expansion. So there's that. Put that off the side. I'll rebox it in just a second. We have looks like a scoring sheet. I wonder if there's an electronic version in case we run out. Play it so much that we run out. Okay. This looks like a miniature. I'm guessing it's like a first player marker or something. Don't know. Put that back. Let's see what you got here. So we got a little insert right there. There's padding right here. I don't know if that's just temporary or if that stays on. Let's take this little lid off here. The components for part 1 are game trace organizers, which I really like. I more often than not, the game tray organizers are very appropriate to what you're storing your components in. The part 2 It didn't mention in the campaign anything about the storage solution. It was only mentioned after the campaign, which I really didn't like. The storage solution turned out to be basically standard. It didn't have any game trays like the first edition did, which in my opinion was like, well, wait a minute, you used game trays in the first Deluxe Edition, but not in the second. It kind of lacked some continuity, and that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so I decided not to back it, partly because of that, partly because it was kind of a hefty price tag. So anyway, getting back to the game trays, this one has some card storage areas underneath. Looks like we've got some cards here and some more cards here. And it looks like these are the monster bosses that you can fight. So let's see here. Take this right here. I'm not taking these cardboard separator padding spacers out right yet. I'm going to see how everything fits together and decide afterwards. So anyway, we've got a stack of cards here. And here. More here. It looks like these are individual character cards because we've got Echo on the back here. And we've got Axel on the front here. So I imagine if we go through here, and if you look at the spine right here, you can see different color codes. So I imagine they're corresponding to the individual character decks. More cards. Looks like these are like resource type cards, market cards. And put these back. All right. Dice tray. Looks like some of the dice have come out. Let's open that up. And those are a lot of dice. And it looks like there's some space. I wonder if that's to accommodate the expansion if you get it. Because in the original campaign, you could have pledged for the deluxe version with the expansion, and this would accommodate the stuff for the expansion. So I imagine that's what it's for. Anyway, there's your dice. Let's put the lid back on that. And all of the covers have the Tidal Blades logo on it. Kind of nice deluxifications. I like that. Standee holders, which I won't be using. Okay. Let's take these out. Resource holders. Here are the fruits, and they are squishy. Squishy fruits. Okay, put that off to the side. And shells. They said they were pearlescent, which I think they're shiny, but I wouldn't say they're pearlescent. They are nice though. I prefer these to the cardboard versions, just tactile feel. Nice little organizers. Okay, might have to take that out to get these out. All right, this is, see if it comes out. It's kind of hard because it's slick to get out. This is a dice tray, customized to look like the world that it's set in. So nice little deluxification. And let's see, take this out. I said I wasn't going to take these out. Now I'm taking them out. These trays have little lips on them, so they get caught under it. Okay, let's take that and open her up. Okay, it looks like you have a little watercraft mini. And a mini, this is not a playable character in it, it's just, it marks certain things in the game of the Tidal Blades mentor. The Tidal Blades are a protectorate, so to speak, of this world, fighting against bad guys and bosses and things like that. So, there's that. A metal shield. This is actual metal. This is nice. I don't know what purpose it is. Maybe it's first player marker. I don't know. But nice heft to it. Okay. And we have miniatures. Let's put that where it won't fall. Don't know where it won't fall. Miniatures of Cayman and a little thing here that goes with it. What is that? A little Cayman bust. Each of them have their own bust. Probably for scoring markers, I'm guessing. Okay, so anyway, you got Cayman. Big crocodile-like dude. And this is a miniature for the expansion. Like I said, this was designed to accommodate the expansion, but only the deluxe version of the game had miniatures. So they had to include a miniature for the expansion character, which provides for 5 players. Can't remember his name. I'll figure it out. Anyway, there's a bust for him in there too. Another bust. Should have gone right there. There we go. Dust. Realize it's really kind of small, but I'm not really zooming in right now, so. Let's see. Axle. Each of these little areas have a place for the bust to fit in, but the busts have kind of fallen out as they've gotten shipped. And a little echo. A little bust for that too. The bust in this case is almost as big as the character. So, there we go. And we have discs for each of these characters. Let's put these discs out. They're not weighted like the Wonderlands War discs are, which it would kind of be nice if they were, but anyway, you've got these discs, one set for each character. Got a nice little clack sound to it. So that's for Cayman. That's for, I can't remember his name. I'll figure it out. Dust. And there you go. Don't know what goes in here. Maybe that's something I'll find out as I learn the game. Okay, so let's put this stuff back. It snaps nice and tight. I like that. Alright, that's just going to come out. Put it back in after the fact. There we go. And let's see here. That goes. These go on the side. There's little slots for them. Okay. And this goes in here. Those. And there's several card slots here for different types of cards. I imagine as we get these undone, that they can accommodate and be organized into different slots. Okay, put these back in. And this area here is fitted specifically for the shape of these boards. So put them back in right there. Oh, wait a minute, that goes in first. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then these right here. Is that right? Did I put that in right? Yeah, I did. I knew something was missing. It goes right there. There we go. And put them in. And can't remember how these came out. Like I said, wasn't going to take those out, but ended up doing so. This goes here. Actually, that, no, looks like this area here could accommodate something, but I don't know what. Maybe I'm just up in the night. Okay, put that there and figure out how to put these in. Probably have to go back and look at how I took them out. Yeah, this padding makes it kind of hard to put back in if you don't put it in the right way. And it doesn't fit there, so I don't know how that went about fitting. So, and let's just move it off to the side here. I know that this was not the order I took them out in. All right, let's just move it off to the side because I do have something else. I was really wanting the 5th player expansion because one, I often have a lot of family around, and playing with something that only plays 2 or 3 players obviously leaves other people out. When obviously that has its own place when we don't have a lot of family over, but that, and also the 5th player expansion also adds some gameplay. So I wanted that because I saw the playthrough, and I kind of thought to myself, hey, that adds a nice mechanic, a nice plus. It integrates well into what's already there. So I looked for it online. I put myself on a waiting list, and nothing. And it's been well over a year now, and never did hear anything. During the campaign or after it, for part 2, the Rise of the Unfolders, I put in the comments section asking a question if the expansion, which is called Angler's Cove, was ever going to come back in stock. To which the publisher responded, there are no plans for that at this time, which means it was out of print. The copies and editions that I'd seen for sale, like on Board Game Geek or other venues, were exorbitantly high, and I just wasn't going to pay that much for it. So I just kind of kept my eyes open, and one day an idea came into my head to call a local game store that I know of and see if they had it, because I looked on their website and it said they had a display copy available. I'm going to think to myself, well, I mean, as long as it's not hammered, maybe I'd buy that. Well, I call them up and they go and look and they say, oh, it must have been a misprint in our system. It's a brand new copy. I said, hold it for me. I'll come and get it. And I just happened to be going up there that day. So I went and I picked it up. So I have Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef, Angler's Cove. So a surprise addition to the unboxing. We have Sagashi. That's his name, Sagashi. That's the other character's name. So we have new playability that we can add to the main box. All right. Sticky. All right. Let's take that off. This is a much lighter box, obviously, because it doesn't carry near as much stuff in it. Right. Additional tokens for the non-deluxe version. This right here, though, is different. This is part of the gameplay that Tidal Blades English Cove expansion adds. So let's put that off to the side here. And the new addition to the game board, Angler's Cove. We have the expansion rulebook. . Sagashi's player board. And dice to accommodate a fifth player. So these dice can go into the dice tray. Another player standee holder. Sagashi's player deck. And some extra cards. And some other cards, again, to accommodate the fifth player. Nothing special about this insert. Nothing in the box. Really cool art. They kind of make him up to be a Rasta type character. Nothing on the inside of this box, not like this one. Okay, so let's move this off to the side and put this into the base box, because this box was accommodated to, or built to accommodate. Okay, let's take this out and put this on top. There we go. And again, it kind of leaves the dilemma of where to put the boards in at. Let's put these, because there's plenty of room for them, right in here. Put that there. And these would go underneath that and that and that, because these are monster cards and a player aid. And this would go here with that, and this would go in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it there. Another thing I'm taking out that said I wouldn't take out. Put that there. There we go. There we go. And put that there. Put this back here. And let's take those dice. And I assume that if you're playing with less people than 5, you wouldn't be playing with some of these dice, so I'm assuming that that's what comes, but for reference sake, I've got 2 red and 2 blue from the English Cove. Put that there. There we go. There we go. And I've got 4 white. Move these out of the way. I'm right there for right now. So anyway, I've got 4 white. Assuming they're all the same. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black. Some of them being red dye, and some of them being blue dye. So there's a blue. Put that with blues. And red. Reds. These are just normal, and normal. So got a blue, got a red, and normal. So this is got yellow symbols on it, so that's going with that one. And this one has shields on it, so that goes right there with the shields. This has triangles, that goes with the triangles, and this one has swirls, kind of like the Last Airbender type swirls, right there. Okay, so got those taken care of. Don't know where I'm going to put these. Looks like I still have room there. Here we go. And tray there. There we go. Nice, fits. Okay, well, I'm going to try and figure out how to put these boards back in. Meantime, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. Again, please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.